guys, it's Yolanda here. Some very exciting news happened recently. The new game, Psychonauts 2, just came out. Probably when this video comes out, a few days or weeks now. For me, Psychonauts is a really special memory in my mind. Something that I remember watching people play. I never played it myself because I didn't have the consoles to play it, but watching people play it, it was always such a fun memory and such an amazing concept that I absolutely loved. And with the exciting news of this new Psychonauts 2 game, I decided to create a character that would fit in the Psychonauts world. For my design, I decided to do a camper that attends the Whispering Rock Psychic Summer Camp, which was the setting of the first Psychonauts story. For my character, I wanted someone that somewhat reflects my experiences as a child, but also an exaggerated take on her. My Psychonauts character is called Yolanda Shoots, a play on my name, Yolanda. Yolanda is a very shy and uncertain person. She's a person who likes to draw and spends her days creating paintings, and she always has with her this her brush that she uses here. Her main Psy abilities are invisibility and mind reading, and when you meet her in the game, a lot of the times you will see her drawing and painting outside by herself, but when you come closer to her and she notices you, she hides away and turns invisible and runs away. I feel like after designing this character, I ended up creating someone very similar to Milka Phage, one of the campers at the Whispering Rock. And I guess I feel like her story just resonates with what I felt as a younger child. When I was around the age of the Whispering Rock campers, I was a very happy person, and I felt like I interacted with people decently. But in my head, I was very shy and very aware of everything that I was doing, and very uncertain about how others would perceive me. And I feel like that's kind of what Yolanda Shoots comes from, is the fact that it is the opposite of what happened to me. Whereas I was able to grow out of that fear of being a little bit different, and whereas I was able to grow out of that fear of being judged and seen as different, I feel like Yolanda Shoots is a girl who didn't grow out of it. She's still in that phase of growing. And I imagine with her psychic abilities of mind reading, she was able to see what other people were thinking about her, about what she does, and through that, she starts feeling overwhelmed and scared of doing anything, thereby turning invisible. I actually was thinking of doing another design for Yolanda, where I drew her older version, her older self, as a official Psychonaut. But I felt like at the age I am now, 23, I haven't grown enough to be able to create what the adult version of Yolanda would be like. Because I feel like even now I still have some of her in me, but I am slowly trying to grow and learn to not think like that. And I imagine maybe another 10 years I'll be able to come and create the Psychonaut agent for Yolanda at a point where I'm more comfortable with myself. I would have made a joke about how my character would be the same in 10 years, exactly like how they took 10 years to make the game, but I want to actually talk about the new game that I'm so excited about. It's so amazing to see the progression of the game from when it was first made in the early 2000s till now, and how much has been updated about the game, about the designs, and all the colors that they are using now. If you were to go back and look at the first game, all the colors is very green and muddy and swampy, but now everything feels more alive and colorful and more playful, I guess. But I'm not really sure about which one I like better, because there is a certain charm to the original and making it feel as if it was not a happy place and that it was a very messy and unorganized place. While the newer one gives it a more organized and methodical feel that corresponds more with the more business side of Psychonauts. Something that I do know about my character, what her mind would look like if you were to jump into it. So Yolanda's this very shy person who doesn't like people seeing her and judging her for what she's doing. And I imagine in her mind it would be a lot of eyes looking around, and there would be a lot of paint. Because I feel like that's the core of her being, is the painting, the art, the creativity. But what affects that and messes that up is the eyes that watch it. And I feel like what happens is the eyes warp the paintings and the art and makes her mind into a darker place than the colorful creative space that it was meant to be. I don't know if I would be 100% certain what the gameplay would be like. Maybe as the main character you would go and use paint to paint over the eyes, or maybe fight the eyes somehow, or there's people standing around paintings that you'd have to somehow shoo away. I'm not really sure about the actual ins and outs of the gameplay, so if you have any ideas about that, I would love to hear it. And here is the final picture with the back and the front shot of her character, as well as interactions and scenes that you would see with them. As a bonus, I decided to do kind of like a vault that you would probably find of her if you go into her mind, like ones that you see in the game. So this is about how she was able to gain her powers, but also find the problem that had happened to her, which made her the way that she is. So like most of these vaults, it is a shortened version of what happened in my canon, I guess. Yolanda is a very loving girl, and everyone seems to be very happy about what she's doing, really likes what she does. But she wanted to see if those information is true, if what they are thinking about is the real thing that they're thinking about. And so she decides to try and use telepathy, mind reading, and is able to see all these different opinions about her work. So the first person that she looks into seems to really appreciate her work and really like what she's doing. And then the second person doesn't seem to be as happy about it. She seems to be not that excited about it, and that shocks Yolanda. And then finally, this final guy comes up, who's also smiling like everyone else, but thinks that the art is horrible, like a piece of garbage. And this shocks her because she still has a mindset that everyone was really happy about what she was doing. In that horror, she hides herself and turns invisible, and no one can find her. That's the general story of what happened to Yolanda. Psychonauts is a really interesting game that focuses and explores the ideas of mental health and psychology in sometimes not so accurate ways, but still really fun. I totally recommend everyone go play it, or if not, go watch someone play it, because it is an experience that is very unique and amazing. Please let me know what you think about this design of this character, and what are your opinions about these kind of games in general, and maybe even tell me what character you would make. Well, thank you so much. Stay hydrated, eat your food, take your meds, go out and exercise, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.